This is your bite fork. Bite fork. For edentulous. This is your bite fork plane for dentate. Bite fork plane, bite fork. Okay? So since ang patient natin is dentate, bite fork plane. Okay? So on your patient, you will need a bite registration material. So bite registration material, normally ang bite registration material natin is PBS para dasig mag-set. PVA is bite registration phase. It will set for like 40 to 1 minute. 40 seconds to 1 minute. Okay, and then remove it and place it back. But since wala kita sina, we'll use putty. So setting time sa putty is 5 minutes, so yes. Medyo matagal. Wala ka muna ka-demo before? Okay? Doc Palma? FPD? Ano yung lain ka mo? So kay Doc Palma na demo? Alright. So kay Doc Stel, wala ka demo. Demo target. Alright, so you need just a small amount of material. Di ba ko lang? Hallelujah. Sa video, no? Pink camera gloves, okay lang na.
And then, pink camera gloves.
Alright, so I'll mix this one. So mag-mix ka mo, gina-twist nyo lang na siya like that. Okay, until nga mapat yung uniform. Don't rush because hindi pa na siya mag-set right away. 5 minutes pa na. Alright. So I'll be using this part right here. Alright, then right here. Alright, now open. The mic, medyo taas ka. Insert it exactly sa molar. Alright. When you place it, don't let the patient bite it down. Okay? Pwede na siya maglain ang position niya kung i-bite down sa patient. Check the rod if it's coincidental. Okay, sa center sa patient. If not, pwede mo pa na ma-adjust. Okay? 1. Okay. So, latong muna siya mag-set, 5 minutes. 5 minutes, dugay, no? Bolivia na lang, pick up, na lang. Pwede mo get 2 thumbs up. Close, 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 close. Thumb, alright. Other side close. Bata. Then, always leave this one open. Actually, kung mag-set na siya, ready na ka for Facebook transfer. Okay? Laton na lang 5 minutes para stable.
3 minutes pa lang, Doc.
Lahat ka minutes?
3.
Wow, dugay mo na. Ikaw tayo ba sa Alright, so siguro tigla naman siya, no? Alright. So we will do a Facebook transfer now. So sometimes you need assistance. So pwede na siya pabulig mo sa upod nyo, ma-handle lang sa Facebook like that, no? Para hindi lang siya mag-drop. Alright, so pwede man nga ikaw lang. So say for example, yung upod ko. Okay? Okay, pwede. No. External auditory meatus. External auditory meatus, like that. Pero do not lock it first. Alright? See this one? So, dapat, amo na siya unahon mo. Press this one against sa iyang nasyon. Alright? Press ko na siya again sa nasyon to create tension sa ear. Alright? Press ko siya. You see how it moves? You see how it moves? Alright? So ask the patient also if my pain. Wala man pain when I press? Wala man? Okay lang? Alright, sige. I will create tension here. Okay, then lock this one first. Nasyon relator, you should lock it first, then lock this. Right? Pag na-lock na siya, wala na siya ga-drop. No. Wow. Alright? Wala siya ga-drop. Alright? So, pwede ka nakaulag dire sa toggle lock mo. So, on your toggle lock,
Sa galo.
alright?
Tapos ulit.
Ulagon mo na ni siya. Move the vertical. Itaon mo lang siya kung di siya ka-post ni yung ma-orient. Alright, there. Pwede mo na siya You see, careful lang kamoy pwede yung hulagon ng space bowl. See that one? It means may tension drop. So, halugan ko niya a little bit. I can move it around.
Fernando.
Move it around like that. Dapat wala din siya gahulat. Alright? So, check. It's here. So, sige. Balik ko na din siya malak. Initially. Alright? Once nalak ko na siya isa, pwede ko na rin malak ng isa man. Alright. So, more or less, I have the transfer. So, I'll start losing it up here. Nasyon. And then, release this one as well. Alright, then pabuya ko man sa patient. Alright? So whatever angle you have here, that is the angulation of your patient's maxilla. You get me? So, you will be placing this one back sa imong articulator. Balikan ko kung balik. So careful. Kung may transfer na kamo like this, hindi nyo pagtungtong lang, kundiin. Okay, kaya pwede na siya mag-move. Alright, so treat this one as no treasure. So do not place it anywhere. Okay, so kung mo na siya or ganit, place it exactly ngayon, hindi siya mahulag. And then on your articulator, remove your incisal fin. Okay? Remove your incisal fin. Move this one aside. The nasyon relator, move this one aside. Okay? And then on the peg here at the side, this is your earpiece attachment. So on your peg here, place it. Sorry. Avoid such accident. Do not follow. Okay, once na-lock mo na siya, alright, so you have it. There you have it. That's your baseball transfer, same articulator. So you see this upper member, this is your cranial base. And your face will transfer here. That is the orientation of your maxilla to your cranial base. Kanya gaslan siya like that. So wala kita sa maxilla nga reverse. Unless otherwise, nabunot na below anteriors. And then you have supra-eruption on the posterior. It will be reversed. Okay? So this one, muna yung angulation. Now, ang iyang impression, let's just imagine this. Kaya wala kita impression sa patient. So let's just imagine this. Kung meron siya cast, okay, may impression ng patient, may cast ng patient, you will be placing the cast here. Okay? For example, this is the cast. Example lang ha, medyo damakta na. Tuntungan ko. Example, this is the cast. You will orient it sa iyang bite. Like that. Then place plaster first sa mounting plate. Mounting plate first. Because the gypsum normally absorbs the water first kumpara sa plastic. So therefore, kung tig-ana na siya gypsum, dapat absorb sa imong gypsum. Pag-press mo sometimes, tig-ana. Or ganit, kina-press niya down ang imong mount. Manaog siya. Alright? So, in order also to avoid such accident, pwede mo na siya i-remove ang plate and change it with this. See this one? Okay? Go-wonder ka mo siguro kung para sa diin eh. Gawampangan lang. You place it here. Okay? That's on. Ina-rotate ko na siya going up. See that one? One. So that when you press in with plaster, because sometimes getting ang plaster, hindi siya mag-push down. Get me? So you will notice gagapikot niya siya. It's okay. Because if I move this one around, okay, whatever angulation it is, i-mount ko siya gataba like that, the orientation of the maxilla in relation to the cranial base is still the same. This is the feature of your articulator. You get me? So normally, ginabayaan lang siya like this. With the stopper. Okay, with the stopper. At the posterior. Para hindi siya mag-press down. You get me? So once na butang, imagine, may nakamount na drip. Yan, nga maxilla. Can you imagine? Pag na-mount mo na yung maxilla, you can remove this. Okay? This is no longer needed. You go back with your incisal pin. Bring it to 0. Okay? Bring it to 0. Remove this incisal pointer. 0 na siya. Para na di mo maxilla. Are you imagining it with me? Now, on your bite record, kaya paano man bite ang patient mo sa iya MIP. So, paliskaron mo lang siya. Bring the record, the bite record, the bite of the patient. Attach the, bring the mandibular cast. Put plaster. Put plaster here. Put plaster on your mandibular cast. Then, close. Right? Importante yung contact niya. Right? Once it's done, you have your mounting. You get it? Once you have your mounting, it's time to get the records. So anong records meron kita? We have protrusive record. We have lateral excursive records. So example. Example lang. Balik din. Hindi na ako magbutang sa bite wedge. Or gusto ko butangan sa pagka-bite wedge. Kabala. Hindi na siguro. No? Para makita nyo na lang. Anyway, ngirit na lang. Alright. Of course, paamon nyo ng pasyente nyo. It's important. Because you want to see kung anong bite siya initially. And then you ask your patient to do protrusive movement forward until edge to edge. Go? Not so much. This one is extreme protrusive movement, so lapaw na siya. Ang goal mo lang is edge to edge. Right? Go back. Go back again. Right. We are checking how the patient moves towards the edge to edge movement or the protrusive because there are some patients nga hindi capable mag-ubra lang siya. There are some patients na gusto whenever they do protrusive, they went sideways like lateral. Okay? They move left or right. So checking patient mo kung capable siya mag-ubra like that. If the patient is capable like this one, this is what you're going to do. Putangan ka lang sa bike registration gamay para makita ka nila kung paano. So for example, you have your bike record which is normally done using PBS, not putty. With a putty it's kind of hard. So you ask the patient to open, alright? Then you place the bike registration material here on the anterior. Okay? Then ask the patient to bite down. Okay? Once the patient bites down, normal, ask the patient to do protrusive. Okay? Once nag-ubrang patient protrusive, hold that record. Kung PBS na siya or registration base, mas dasig. Because some patients cannot hold the protrusive movement for like 5 minutes. Okay? Sometimes kakapoy sila bumalik sila. So wrong yung record. So once, for example, nakuha mo ng record sa protrusive, okay? Remove mo na siya, for example. And then, get your lateral shift record. Now, when you do your lateral record, this is on a dentate patient, huh? Dentate. Sa CD, we don't record lateral. Why? Because aton nga ginagamit to do the recording is actually your bite rim. Your bite rim cannot give you an angulation of the side shift. Okay? It will only give you protrusive. Okay, the travel. Now for the lateral, okay, granting this one is the material. Ask the patient to bite down again, and ask the patient to move laterally going left. If the patient is capable to do that, edge-to-edge contact with the canine, for example, then ask the patient to do it repeatedly, liwat-liwat, until kaya niya. Because some patients sa yan. Okay? If kaya na some patient, open. Okay? Insert this one, bite down, then shift towards the left. Okay? Then set that record. This is the working side. But what angle we are getting is actually the non-working. Because the non-working is the one traveling downward. And that is the immediate side shift or the bended shift angulation. You get me? Please don't forget. Recording the working, okay? You're recording the working to get the side shift, the bended shift. You get me? Alright, say for example, we're done. Open. Alright. So example lang, done na siya sa record. And also do it on the other side. Okay, so duwa na siya ka-record tinapa mo. Duwa ka working side, left and right. Okay? Alright. Example, we're done. Okay na, balik ka na ito kabalik. Now, on programming your articulator, first off, we're gonna program the angulation. See this one, nakaset ka at 0, right? This one is at 0. Is it? It is at 0 because you still don't know the angulation, right? Makita mo lang ni siya. But do you know, okay, kung mag-travel ni siya downward, do you know what is the angulation? You don't know. The only way for you to do it is actually to record the protrusive record, which we have here, for example. It's a protrusive. So, imagine this again with me. My cast, auxiliary, my cast, mandibular. You need to unhinge your articulator. Remove this, unlock, and you can remove your articulator. Okay? So, I want to show you this part ng inyong articulator. The orange part on top. Can you see it? The orange part on top is actually your glented fossa. Okay? The equivalent of your glented fossa. Then take a look at this. It's circle. It corresponds to your condyle. Now, what I want you to do is to place your bite registration. This one, for example, this is your protrusive. Place it there, and then place your articulator, your upper member. So it means, ang ngipon siya sa patient, nag-bite siya protrusively. So ano na siya equivalent siya sa articulator? Naka-backward na siya. Naka-backward na siya, naka-protrusive eh. Diba? Because sa articulator natin, amo na siya yung ang pwede makakas-kakas. Sa mouth natin, amo na siya ang free ng move. Okay? But actually, the movement, simulation of movement is basically the same. So the upper member of your articulator will move backward. Now, as it does, you need to loosen this one up, the condylar knob, because you need to check for the angulation. Okay, so you need to move this one. Ulam na lang sa akong galit, lapel, doon, buligan, ako JML. Vacuum. Alright, I want to move closely. Buligan ko articulator, bio-arta. Alright, so pagbutang mo sa imong protrusive record, medyo hard, o hindi nyo makita, or hindi nyo ma-appreciate because we don't have the cast. If we have the cast, you'll see it. So, you see this part? This is the glented fossa. Well, to check for the angulation sa protrusive, you need to move this. Pag move nyo sa iya until it meets initially the circle here, the condyle, then that is the angle. So let's say, for example, kita nyo. I-move mo siya, and then nag-contact siya sa metal. Pagkita mo, pag-contact siya sa metal, initially, that is the angle. So whatever that is, say for example, 15 degrees lang. Nakita nyo?
Yes.
Let's say for example, 15 degrees lang. Ang angulation. So, butang na 50 degrees, ang nakuha natin ng angle. Lock that one. Also, adjust the other side at 15 also. Lock that one. So, you have your protrusive, I mean you have your condylar guidance angle record. So, you can check this one here.
Yeah.
So, muna na i-travel. Okay? So, muna na protrusive travel niya. However, this incisal table is 0. So, therefore, hindi niya siya true yung travel. Because it will not correspond. Because this one is 0. So, normally, if you have 15 here, you normally have 15 also in the anterior. Or 30, 30. So, on your articulator, you have this. I don't know kung di niya value. Dari pa na siya. Wala din sa best. May value na siya. Here. 0.20. Alright? 0.20. Partial side. Okay.
Subscribe ka sa YouTube channel naman sa YouTube channel. Then subscribe.
Alright, so I don't know exactly where the value is. Kaya tungkol ko wala sa mga markers. Unlike with CSA, ang ilang mga may marker. This one doesn't have. Right? But anyway, if you have 15, more or less, you have guidance angulation also 15. Alright, see that one? So ang imong table is adjustable. See that? So naka-angle siya at 15, for example, so that when you move, it will correspond to that. Okay? Kaya kung flat na siya, it's different. It will not raise. So hindi mo na ma-identify which is which. Okay? So it's flat like that. I mean, it's angulated like that. So as for the value, that depends kung saan siya itong markers on 0, then adjust siya accordingly. 20, 15, whatever. Actually, when you have 15-degree angle here, it has a range. Pwede na siya 15, going 30. So if you have 30 here, if you have 15 here, it's still okay. Or 20 here. That's why value nila dire hasta lang siya sa 20. 15 and 20 only. Because it is within the range of 30. So pwede na siya. Alright, so any question with articulator? Sorry, isa pa galit. The lateral shift. Okay, so this one is protrusive. So napaunang angulation sa protrusive. Okay? So, ready ka na to get the shift. Now take a look at this. I showed you earlier na pwede mo na siya mahulag. Diba? Like that one. So similarly, when you place unhinge, open, and then place the bike record on the left, that's the working. Because you will be getting or setting up the recording on the right. Alright? So for example, naka-shift na siya, going to the right. See that one? So naka-shift siya like that. So it means I need to move my angulation at a certain degree where it meets the condyle. Right? This one is 15. I have initial contact at 15. Sorry, 30. So for example, would like to wala sa ano. 15. Ang initial contact, like that one, pag-shift mo, based on the record, normally kung pag-record kasi na, maglantaw ka is through here. Ginalingling mo na siya like that. Or sa likod. Okay? Or may mirror ka. Then you slowly shift this one. Alright? Until na makitaan mo nga, nag-contact na siya. See the orange? So initially, ang initial contact is sinadra sa likod. That one. Amo na siya yung shift angle. Okay? Then when you have that shift angle of contact, record that one. Okay? And do the same on the other side. On the other side, pwede na siya nga lain siya ang value sa piyak. So similarly, place your working record here and adjust your non-working record here. Okay? So malain-lain na sila value. Normally here 15, the other side 10, mo sila. Depende. But there are some also articulators like this one. The CSA, you only have condylar guidance angle dial because you only have condylar guidance angle adjustment. The Bennett shift, okay, the Bennett shift here, or the lateral shift record, this articulator is set at 15. It follows the Hanau principle, which is L equals to, how much is that? Equals to 8, am I correct? Divided by 12. So, something like that. Tama ba? Calculate it. Said to be that L is equals to 8 divided by 12. No. 8 divided by 12. No, sorry. 8 divided by 30 divided by 12. Divided by 12. 15? Ilan? 15 point something? 0.02. Diba? Again. Sorry. 30 divided by 8 equals to divided by 8 plus
15.75.
It's your L equals to 30 divided by 8 plus 12. How much? 15.75. So normally, ako na siyang value down sa aton nga lateral shift. So for example, you have a condylar guidance angle here. That is the Hanau formula, by the way. So if you have here a 15 degree condylar guidance angle, so just multiply, just do the equation, 15 divided by 8 plus 12. That's the lateral shift record. That's more or less ang ilang estimate. Ni Hanau, that's according to Hanau. Do you get it? Clear na Dre? Now, let's go sa isang articulator, the CSA. So for the CSA, same principle. Alright? Hindi ko na pagpano ng... Gusto niyo pa sample here, patients? Hindi na guro, ano? Kaya na eh. Kanugod ko no, so sige sampulan ta. Kanugod ko no ang bali. Pati ano din. So same. Alright? Now the problem with this, okay, so wala di siya sa dapa kagataas. Okay? So i-adjust mo siya according sa buho. Kung dapa ilong niya, kadto ka dis lalo. Kung taas ilong niya, dire ka siguro sa baba. Alright? Okay? Ha? Ano ba? Alright, so this is your unilock. Isa lang na siya ka-lock. This is the universal lock. It means isa lang ka-lock, lock na nito na. Bifurc plane. So this is the caliper. This is the bifurc. This one is fixed. Okay? Now, this articulator, if you notice, you have your Nashon relator, and then you have your orbital relator. So duwa siya ang pwede mo malantaw. So, if you're not so sure about sa Nashon, medyo dugod drop or whatsoever, you can have your relator pointed at the orbital. Okay? Now, for example, butangan sa material. Yeah, basta sa space. Butangan sa material. what I'm advising you to do is actually when you do your transfer, please put a material na enough lang. Hindi sobra-sobra. Kaya kung sobra-sobra niya siyang material, kisadamol lang, hindi mo mapakagatmay. Okay? So again, place it here on this side. Okay, that's it. Open. Place exactly at the center. Okay? Check here at the back. Kung nasa center, wala, you can adjust. Alright? And let the patient hold it. Alright? So, granting nag-ada siya, because we're doing fast demo here. Butang ko siya sa center. I medyo taas distance ng face. Alright, so duwalan siyang lock mechanism niya, here and here. Then place it inside the external auditory meatus. Correct. And place it exactly sa nasyon. Then same principle, push this one. Alright? To create tension. Once na yung tension na, pwede mo na siya i-lock. Right? And then lock this one as well. Alright? So baski boy, ano na siya, hindi madagdag. Okay? And then if you're not so sure, ask the patient to close your eyes. Point the orbitale. Alright? So you have two relators. Orbitale, nasyon. Okay? Now let's do the unilock. So for the unilock, if you're a user in CSA, always remember this locking mechanism should always be on the left of the patient. Hindi na siya pwede sa right. You'll see later. I'll explain. It's always on the left of your patient. Now insert this one first. Okay. Lock this. Okay. Then insert this. Either way, pwede. Pwede din siyang insert mo ni capsule ko. That's one way. I'll show you another. Another way is you go ahead with this first to capture the fork. Insert. Alright. Lock the fork. Alright, and then insert this. Okay, and then lock this one. Okay, so with CSA, once you're done, you have two ways to actually do it. Either of that, pwede mo siya maubra interchangeably. Pwede mo siya mauna kakas like what I did before. Diba? I remove the earpiece, loosen up the nasyon. But here, I'll show you hindi ko siya kilalan pag i-move o remove. I'll start removing this one first. Alright? I'll loosen this one up. Ask the patient to remove. Alright? With these. Loosen this one up a little bit. Then we can remove this. Okay. This is what you need. Di mo na need ang Facebook. Okay? Because this articulator comes with a transfer jig. This articulator has a transfer jig. So insert this one on the transfer jig.
Pang 20, pang 20, mo na.
Okay? Right, so this is the transfer jig. So you just insert this one SIM articulator. Now this is what I'm talking about, why the knob should be on the left side of the patient. Because if it's on the right, hindi siya ni mo ma-insert here. Because of the jig. You get me? Because of the jig. So arang kita siya always the left side. So the articulator, just remove the incisal elements, the vertical element, and then insert this one. Okay? Okay? Insert here. Okay. You have your transfer. Okay? Wala na siya. So sometimes, by the way, so Dok, iko ang ako nga ano? Iko ako nga by ang registration. Okay? So wala siya ga tatlong exactly sa upper member. So don't worry, sometimes sa pag-orient mo lang na. So pwede mo na siya ma-loosen up here. And then, ang importante na dre is hindi siya mag-move up and down. Okay? So pwede mo na siya ma-orient exactly where it is, where it should be. So for example, medyo gatiko siya pag-kuha mo record, pag-insert mo di gatiko, so pwede mo na siya loosen up. And then, tadungon mo lang siya exactly. Isa sa screw mo lang na. There you go. Tadung na siya. Okay? That's it. Place the maxilla. Fast. Then place the maxilla pagkatapos. Place. This is a mounting plate, by the way. Right, so this is a mounting plate. So the mounting plate of CSA has a threaded part here. Okay? So don't forget, before you place plaster, cover the hole with tape. Because when plaster gets in, hindi mo na rin siya makapas. Because pagkakaskas ang plaster mo later on, you'll be using this. Kung may plaster ni siya sa buhok ng ini, okay, hindi mo na rin siya masulod. So it means hindi mo na rin makakasik mga plaster. Okay? Because this one is meant to remove the cast from the plate. Okay? So dapat covered din siyang buhok rin. Don't forget that sa mga users ng CSA. Alright, so place tape. Magbutang ka mo tape, please, gamay lang. Dali lang din sa buho. Enough lang yun matapunan ng buho. Pag-place tape, place here, same process. Place plaster, close. Alright, so once done, magtapos na, remove this. Set this one aside. Bring back your incisal elements, table. This one doesn't have a adjustable table. This it has a table na 15 degrees though. May mas dahan ko na table. I think may 10 and 15 yata, hindi ko sure. But this one, medyo mas dahan ko. Okay? So pwede mo na sila mag-change, interchange. Alright. Bring back your incisal element. Place it exactly at the center. Right, now here also adjust the zero. The incisal pin has also zero. The zero is at the middle. Okay, that's the zero. Okay? So always bring it exactly where it should be. Here's ito nga. Zero. Lock it in. Alright? So that is zero. So you have your maxillary mount. Then reverse. Same thing. Base plaster,
Mount.
Okay? Now what about protrusive? With protrusive, same. Alright? Remove this elastic band. Alright, open the lock here at the back, and then move this around. See the condylar element? Baon pa na yung elastic. Alright, see the condylar element? Nakita ba? Pwede mo na siya move until it meets as well. Pag meet siya sina, lock mo lang siya. Move it around until it first contacts the metal. Pag contacts siya, lock lang. Pag lock it also, and then bring back the elastic. Okay? And do the same on the other side. Okay? Once tapos mo na siya, for example, you set at 15. So you get to see the travel similarly sa bioart. Alright? So that's just how it is. Any question? Now, sa inyong typodons, so you have your typodon, di ba? Sino may mount din dala? Kaya hindi ko madala? Alright, sa inyong typodon. Sa inyo tanay dito sa kaya. Sa ilo dito sa may... Wala ka mo din mount ha? May pwede dito dito. Kung ako, go! You need a partner. Because what we're going to do is gonna do an arbitrary transfer. And you also need 1x2 na kahoy. Mga 1 foot long lang. 1 foot long. 1x2. With 2 inches thickness, mga 1. Or pwede man 2x2 if you want. Kung apnoy mo to partner at mapaas mo. Sige. This one is an arbitrary mount, okay? So I prefer galit. 2x2. Sige na, go. 2x2 need that. So for example, let's mount this.
Pwede ka. Ano natin, di ba?
Alright. So muna siyang lagso na to, no? Pero divide mo ni sila. Alright, so butangan na siya sa 2x2. So for example, 2x2 mo magkita mo. Ba? So tungtungan mo na siya, may partner ka, tungtong din siya sa 2x2. Okay, so kapta niya eh. Okay? And you will be placing your face bow sa 2x2. Alright? And then, you'll try to capture. I think 2x2 is so high.
2 inches.
2 inches, medyo high siya siguro.
2 inches.
Hindi mo siya ata makapture. Or maybe just 1.
2 inches. Ang iyangan.
1 lang siguro lang. Last time is 1 lang ata. In pa,
Like 2 complex siya.
yeah. Alright? So anyway, so that means 1 example. Anyway, imagine this. I'll show you. Para to somehow to may ginaugraman pa ko sa pasyente niya pala. Alright, so place something like 1. Laba. Mga 1 foot. Pwede. Right, tungtong nyo lang sa top. Okay? Then, place your face bow like that and try to capture it. So, ngita ka lang partner mo. Okay? So, capture mo siya, ang angulation. Alright? Once na-transfer mo ng angulation, nakuha mo ng angulation, bring it sa imo articulator. You get me? So, wala na siya kapos. So, first things first, kung ako inyo OCR. So, ito ang OCR din. Natapos na. Nanamit na. Magila na. Go. Maskin laway. Maskin di pa final. So, here's what you're gonna do. Okay.
Ito nga. Hindi ito.
Sige lang. Okay kaso. Butang mo ni. Alright? So, kung pagpakagat mo, ganganga, it means hindi pa na siya final. Okay? Buta tayo example lang ha, ganganga. So, that means i-adjust mo siya. You get me? So, kilala ng imo nga goal is ang imo nga rim, ma-close siya. Alright? Ma-close siya like that. So, pag-close ang rim mo like that, ubrahan mo na siya sa grooves. Okay? Ubrahan mo na siya sa grooves. Dahil butangan mo siya sa bite registration material. Paano mag-ubra sa grooves? Wala kang demo sa inyo last time.
Wala.
Alright. How to make a groove? It's normally a V groove. So, initol mo na ni kadali. Gubon ko naman yan. Yan lang. Kali lang sa baba. Okay, excessive. So, gubon ko ni siya. Buinan mo manigya po. Alright, so create a groove. Papinay. Ayun. So create a groove. Nabawon ko lang ha, pero pwede nyo na siya padalungan. Wala na siya sa hard and fast rule sa music. So normally this is the groove yung inobra natin. It's a V groove. Okay? Amo lang na tsura niya. Okay? It's a V groove. Okay? So, both sides, nga muna, sa mandibular also has the same groove. So, pakagtol mo siya sa bite registration material. So, nga yung pakagtol yung bite registration material, for example. Pagpunta ka mo sa bite registration material, small only. Okay? Small. Place it there. Then, let your patient bite. Okay? Then close it. That one. Okay? So once natapos na siya, nag-set for example, it will create a groove similar to that. See that one? Alright, so once may harap na siya groove like that, pwede mo na siya makakas. Alright? Magkakas mo siya, record mo na siya. Okay? So paano na siya Facebook transfer? Pagpako na siya sa Facebook transfer, tamo na din ang imong cast, set mo na yung mga maxillary, tama mo na plaster, butang mo na imong rim, get your bite, place it exactly where the groove is, place your mandibular OCR, and also place your cast. Place plaster, plaster, cover. Claro? That's what you're going to do next week.
Oh.
Question? Are you sure, klaro ka? Subong mo, obra naman sa mga ano ta. Wala na, ulit na ta.
Yay!
Pero ang yung sir, wala na. Oh, late na. Supposed to be today.